All right, we are live. Welcome to the Drunken Guardian Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, the Drunken Guardian, Danny Martinez, and we have everybody here today. Kevin, Boneless Bones.
It's a boy Frozen Bones back at
Fro-
it again.
Frozen
frozen.
Bones.
With
Is
another
he
Frozen
frozen?
spear. Yeah. His little chihuahua is just not moving.
uh, yeah, Kevin's got a bit of an internet
Oh,
issue.
I
Kevin,
There
you
you
hear
go.
us?
anybody. Sorry, give me a sec.
Well, we got Boneless Bones here. We got Randy the Ragnarok.
My
Frozen,
apologies.
Frozen Bones here today.
Sorry.
And then we also got the Sober Guardian, Danny.
Hey, everybody.
So this is episode 69 of the podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. Very nice. And before we get started, I just want to remind you guys, as always, check out the podcast not only live that we stream on Thursdays,
I
10
can't hear
p.m.
anything, I'm sorry.
10 p.m.
Give me a second
Eastern
to figure it
time.
out.
Yeah,
I'll
go
figure
ahead.
it out.
No problem. We stream live Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch, but you can join us also on our YouTube channel, any audio podcast service as well, such as Google, Apple, and Spotify. Just check out thedrunkenguardian.com for all the links, including any game reviews. I do game reviews for the Coalition. You could always check them out as well for not just game reviews, but movies, TV shows, and just anything nerdy. They got awesome stuff on there. Usually in the beginning of the show, we talk about what we've been playing, what we are drinking tonight. And today I did a lot of playing. I did some Halo. Now that I finally got the Xbox Series X, so I've been playing some Halo multiplayer. I've been playing the medium since that's on the Game Pass. The Game Pass is fucking awesome. Did Sea of Thieves for a little bit. Did Neo, The World Ends With You. So Randy, yes, I'm trying my best to beat that game. And
But
I'm
the game's
also
boring, so nobody cares.
it's not that it's boring. It's definitely not boring. It's like I still love the gameplay. I always can't wait to actually do some actual combat. But when you're into like the filler story parts, it's just so much fucking talking for no reason. And I just skip through a lot of it until like the good, like real story beats start to show up. And that's when I really start to pay attention and when it gets good.
What part are you on?
Um, I'm still on the Golden Pigs, but like it's fucking long.
That's week
I'm
1.
No, not week 1. I think that's week 4 or 5.
No,
Sorry,
week
day
1,
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's week 1.
No, that
Yeah.
that one's one of like the longer levels of the fucking game.
Yeah, it's what's annoying about it is just that they keep on sending me to talk to some guys and go back in time to affect the other guys and then talk to some other guys again and then talk to more guys and then talk to some other guys and it's just back and forth and it's time travel back and forth and it's just more talking. It's just Yo, AXG, what's up? I see you.
Sounds tedious. as fuck.
And then
That's why I had a problem with it. It was a
Oh,
lot
yeah?
of tedious shit going back and forth of going to buy this thing in the past, the present, and it was like, oh, I get it. And then it became, this is. I don't feel like you really, and then it feels like you're trapped in that little area. The map to me feels super small, so I was like, this all looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it is like it's still introducing the whole mechanic in of itself because it does play a really, really, really big point in the story. Like it's one of the biggest things that has to do like with the whole plot. It does get a little easier, like with how like they kind of introduce it. Well, I guess reintroduce or like work with it in later levels and shit. But no, I do kind of understand that
Yeah.
that one level with the pigs was pretty fucking irritating to me.
Hey,
Having to go back to 100% it was even more annoying.
yeah.
Eh,
Can you guys see the stream?
Yeah,
Either Randy or Kevin,
yes,
Danny. All right, you guys see it
yeah.
because AXG
I don't
can't
have
see it for some reason. I don't know why he can't see it. So I was
Refresh
worried.
that shit.
I was worried. Yeah,
press the on
refresh, press the on button. Refresh the page or
Smart bubble.
something. Yeah,
Yes.
so aside from that, I'm reviewing Solar Ash. Obviously, I'm not going to give my opinion on the game yet, but the game is like it's actually like a fast-paced runner, like speed run Shadow of the Colossus type of thing. It's really cool and a gorgeous art style, really good voice acting. So my review will be up probably by Tuesday or Wednesday. the Coalition, like I mentioned before, and of course, me and Danny, we were just playing just before the show. I was playing Dodgeball Academia. That game, like, it gets better and better as more that I play it. Like, I get shocked by all the shit
So
that they
does
throw
Neo.
at you. Neo, I'm still waiting. I'm still
I
waiting.
promise you. 'Cause
Like
you're still in the
I've been
first fucking
I've been
week.
stuck with the same pins for a while because I'm so like I'm good with the pins that I have now that nothing else really works for me.
And that's fine. That's honestly totally okay because you're as of right now, it's still gonna be kind of stagnant and like very one kind of note with whatever setup it is that you have.
Mhm.
But you really have to like progress for what you want, like the story and shit that you're looking for.
Hmm.
So you got to progress to get better equipment. Wow,
Pretty
that's
much.
crazy.
All you have to
It's a
do,
crazy
all you got
concept.
to do is play the game, believe it or not.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. So you're
Yeah.
saying all I have to do is play the game and I get better stuff? Damn.
And you
Is
get
that
more
is that how
story.
RPGs work?
Yeah.
I think
I'm not-
so.
I
Mm.
don't know. Maybe.
So
Somebody told me that.
all right, so that's all I've been playing. That's all I've been doing. Oh, and I'm drinking a old fashioned, nice simple cocktail. Old fashions, I love it. And yes, I got my little orange wedge in there. So what you guys been up to?
Playing
Or-
Tekken. Nothing. I'm
Yeah,
playing
literally
Final
right now.
Fantasy. Yeah. A little bit of Final Fantasy
Hmm.
before the new expansion comes out tomorrow, or tomorrow night. I don't know exactly when the early access shit. Um, that's it. It's been Thanksgiving, so spending family time. So only got like a day to play. That two random Tuesday.
You're a gamer. You don't spend time with family. What's wrong with you?
Are you even do you even game for 400 hours? Like, come
It's
on,
not
man.
possible. No, wait till you get in. Wait till you get in your 30s. We'll see how that goes.
It doesn't matter. You're either a gamer for your life or a poser.
I'm a gamer
Mhm.
for life, and I still have trouble trying to find time.
Listen, if I'm not having a heart attack by 35, then I'm not living a gamer life. Okay.
Ah.
Hot pockets of Mountain Dew all day.
Exactly. Put it in the blender, it goes down easy.
Oh, you're disgusting.
Randy, did you say
Randy,
what you're
what you playing? What you doing? What you drinking?
Pokemon Unite, as I was mentioning before, like we started the stream. I'm just bullying children, as my sister-in-law put it.
mean, you are.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But I'm also having a michelada again.
Oh man, I still got to get one of those. I guess some with like a
Michelada?
Corona or something.
They're really,
Nice.
really good. So yummy.
I guess I'm last. I honestly haven't been playing a lot lately. I was doing Pokemon. I found my Switch. I was looking for my Switch for like a week. Same week. Like after I lost
Didn't you just
my
get it last week?
I know. It was it's like one of my coat pockets, and I was like, "Oh, there you are." And then I just like started playing Pokemon since.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. But anyways, besides the point, I've been doing Pokemon because now I'm being like put at gunpoint to beat the game because I want to start my Bidoof run. And yeah, I'm literally just gonna play the entire game with like a whole team of Bidoofs and only Bidoofs. And
No B-rolls, just
n-
straight Bidoof.
no, straight Bidoofs, level 99. They all getting an Eversnow.
Jeez.
I mean, up until you get them to 99, then you can just,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna just. Oh no, it's 100, so I have to get them to level 100.
I don't know
Then-
what it looks like. I just know the name because I only know the first 150. I think we talked about this before, and like I just stopped remembering any of them.
it
Yeah.
looks like a pile of shit from behind.
It looks like a fucking beaver. That's all it is. It's a beaver, and then the evolvement is just a bigger beaver. That's all.
I remember.
Yeah, so it's like I would say it's the first beaver Pokemon I've seen. But
Psyduck's a beaver Pokemon.
Psyduck is a fucking platypus.
He's a yeah.
That's true. You're right.
Or well, is he a platypus or
duck.
is he a duck? I think
Duck.
he's a duck.
He's
He's
one
a
of-
duck.
No, it'd be a duck. Was
he
it duck
does-
foot platypus?
His name is
He's a-
Psyduck and Gold Duck, for fuck's
and then
sake.
and then he evolves into a platypus. So why does he have poisonous
Gold
claws?
Duck.
So why does he have poisonous claws? What duck have
Gold,
poisonous
he's a
claws?
Pokemon.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
What
So he's a
Randy,
fucking-
no, Randy makes a good point.
Nah,
What animal has poisonous
Poisonous
claws?
claws.
Period.
Yeah.
A platypus. Come on, Randy. You got to get in the mind of the creator, like Vanilla Ice. It's a Pokemon. That's an ice cream cone. That's
Go.
Oh
yeah,
man,
exactly. See?
yo, they'll think of anything in that game nowadays.
they'll just give it anime eyes and call it a Pokemon.
Yeah. So number one, AXG says he'll be playing Def Jam until he hopes he could play Def Jam until he's 30 or past
Yeah, I
30.
can
So
see
I
Def
I
Jam
fucking love.
Vendetta?
Yeah, I love
No,
Def
Fight for New
Jam.
York.
Well, either one of those Def Jams. I love all the Def Jams.
I like
The series
Vendetta.
is great. They need to bring that shit back. But then
Vendetta was more like wrestling.
AXG also said, I don't know why are magnets alive. Pokemon the magnets. Yeah, swords are alive, lights are
Keys-
alive,
yo,
candles are
Clink-
alive.
Cling Clang is fucking keys, bro.
No, that's Clef Key. Clang Clang is the gears.
Mm.
Bro, I don't understand.
A
Bro, fucking
Pokeball
gears,
is
bro, come
alive.
on.
I mean, Voltorb. I don't know what Voltorb is, but he looks like a Pokeball.
I
It's
like
an
that.
orb.
I like
Volt.
that. I like that in its fucking description it says that the reason it changes color is like a survival tactic. I'm like, you go from red to white to red. I'm like, bro, it doesn't fucking change.
Yeah, right. Survival. Oh man. All right, so we got everybody. Everybody's got their thing.
Oh shit! And I'm drinking eggnog or coquito.
Ooh, nice.
Coquito.
Did you put anything in it, or you just straight up?
Nah, just straight up.
I bought
I actually drank-
Go ahead, Danny.
I actually drank Coquito this weekend. We made it with
Yeah, that does sound
Water.
really good,
Are you
man.
drinking it for the stream though?
Of course
You're
not.
drinking it for the stream.
We drank it all. We also made it for the kids, but the non-alcoholic. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Coconut
Yeah.
milk. It's like whatever.
Did they like it?
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah.
Anything that's they only drink water and sometimes milk. So anything that's different, they fucking love.
Yeah,
You're like,
of course.
"Please, I need some change."
Anything else? I was gonna say I bought some eggnog myself. I bought a fucking Southern Comfort eggnog. It's actually really really good. It's sweet. Yeah, it came out really nice. Like there's no alcohol in it. Like you could drink it by itself, and it's really really good. So you should look for that if you ever see it. Buy it. It's good. All right, so we're gonna do guess the game, the picture version. So just keep in mind, any of our audio listeners will be editing that part out. Whenever we get to that, Danny will be doing that today. We're gonna go through a bit of some quick news. It's really not much like to talk about or debate about, but just let me know if you guys got your thoughts on it. Well, your dog already has a thought on it. So the first article that we got today is Dimensional Inc., the developers of the DC Universe Online and Lord of the Rings Online, is working on a Marvel MMORPG. The article provided by Titania on Reddit explains, quotes, "The information for the game is completely bare bones at the moment, with very little information to go off other than it is currently being developed as a long-term project, essentially meaning we won't see anything until at least 2023 at the earliest."
That's nice.
So I mean, cool that they're coming out with a Marvel MMORPG. I'll probably try it out myself. This kind of brought me back. This gave me like flashbacks of City of Heroes. Remember that game, Danny? I don't know if any of the other guys ever played it.
Jesus Christ.
That game was so fucking good. It was so good.
Your age is definitely showing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was back when we were PC gamers. Like we were hardcore PC gamers back then. Yeah, not so much anymore. Like we'll still pay. Well, I'll still play some every now and then, but nothing too serious. But yeah, City of Heroes is really fun. So those superhero MMOs are a lot of fun as long as you get to do a lot of customization and with the powers and the looks and stuff like that. And I think City of Heroes also did like you could do background stories for your character. You could even like literally type your own background and bio and stuff. So that was really
They got rid of
nice.
that towards the end.
Did they?
The DC one, as they reference it, I think it's the same makers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They did a great job at theirs as well.
Yeah.
You know, like because City of Heroes went under and Batman,
It did.
what do you call it? DC still went on, you know.
Yeah. City Heroes lasted maybe like 5 years, something like that. I want to take a guess somewhere around there. It didn't last too long. It was good for what it was. After a while, they kind of gave up on it, which is kind of sad. But it was. I liked
they
it.
did City of Heroes and then they did City of Villains.
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
right.
and they fixed a lot of the bugs the City of Hero was
Mm.
had with the City of Villains, and then it became free to play all of
Mhm.
it after. Because I tried it each expansion because I really loved it. I had fun. It's just the beginning grind to me was just really rough in any of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Final Fantasy, whatever it is, and that had this very similar glitchy beginning rough, but it had a cool like trials type thing that would happen, like an event, and there'd be snow event, and there'd be giant snow monsters that attack the whole world. You see everybody going to attack it, and that was the first game that I saw, MMO especially, that did that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
even WoW at the time, because I think I might have played WoW at the same time, and it didn't do that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dan,
Yo.
sober. Can you take a
Yes.
shot, please?
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Wait,
We're
for
gonna
what?
Yeah.
I
For
didn't
Final
know that.
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy?
We-
Oh, I
we
didn't
got
even
one of
I didn't
that
even
one.
catch that one.
I caught it.
We missed 1 week and like we're off the fucking game now. Jeez.
There you go.
Yeah. What Randy, like Kevin, what are your thoughts on that a Marvel MMO?
It's
Actually, have Kevin go first. I'm gonna get another beer. So.
Yeah.
okay. To be honest, there's a bunch of Marvel games that came out like MMOs, like prior to this. So like if they go with the route of City of Heroes or like DC that you can create your character, your backstory, that would be pretty amazing. But I think it's been done like, and it's been done bad. So
What do you mean?
hope there was prior to this one there was like I believe there was 3 or 4 Marvel MMO games that came out or were going to come out, and I believe 2 of them got canceled and then one of them released, but it ran horrible. And then another one that Oreo, please. And then another one that came out, it was lackluster. Like it was pretty much generic when it
How
released.
long ago was
And
this?
let me see. I think it was a couple years ago.
Because I only asked because like I kind of see them taking this MMO RPG more seriously just because of the Marvel craze that's been going on lately. You know, the movies and all the video games. Spider-Man was so good, such a good a game. So of course they want to capitalize on it some more. So a Marvel MMO just makes sense.
Marvel Heroes 2016.
Mm,
What,
Yeah,
there was an MMO?
yeah, there was an MMO.
there's MMO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I believe there was
Right.
either two or three that got canceled, and they had really good ideas, but the ideas, the gameplay looked amazing, but it got canceled, so we didn't see it. But Marvel superheroes, I mean, yeah, Marvel Heroes, I've seen that, and it was like it didn't. At the time, it was like it was competing with like DC Universe, and DC Universe was like killing it. So
Mhm.
But
I've
at the time when DC Universe came out, like Marvel wasn't crazy that it is now. So I can see the cat. Even the game's
Yeah.
bad.
how
Maybe we should
was
fucking do
how
some
was
garbage
DC
now.
Online? Because I never played it.
was
It was
it was-
pretty
it
ass.
It was really good.
Yeah.
it was really okay.
Wait,
It had
two out of
great
three.
story.
2 out of 3 said it was good.
Who didn't like it?
Me.
Randy.
Why?
It was nothing special. Like, okay, so
I'm about to switch my microphone if you do this, Randy.
what?
I'm about to switch my microphone.
What? Why?
I'll be back.
With the Bob Barker thing? Okay, we'll see what goes on
Okay.
here.
So you're
Anyways,
saying
so pretty much like every single MMO that came out before like Activision, Blizzard's, whatever the fuck's like giant fuck up as of now, they've had to compete with WoW, and WoW pretty much made the skeleton for what a good MMO was supposed to be, and I'm throwing "good" up in quotes because it became a staple for everything.
mhm.
You had different factions, and in some cases it mattered. In WoW, it definitely did. In DCU, it didn't. You could be a villain, you could be a good guy, or whatever the fuck, but your character was the same fucking regardless. Except that, oh, I'm working with the Joker instead of the Batman, but it's the same gadgets, the same skills, just
Just
evil or
masking as a
spooky.
different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty one fucking note, and it was very annoying and boring. And even then, the interface was kind of fucking ass. I played it for a little bit, and seeing how I was already playing WoW, I didn't like it at all.
Hmm.
Comparatively, it's not that good. There have been other MMOs that did try to make their own innovations and try to change things up, and they did okay, but they didn't do great. One of them that I did thoroughly enjoy playing was Guild Wars. Now that one,
I
even though
love
you had
Guild
like
Wars.
different, yeah, the my favorite thing about it was the combat because
Yes.
based on what you had equipped, your skill changed.
Yes.
So your hotbar wasn't just like, oh, you have Like you're using a one-handed like weapon and a shield, so you have the same kit throughout. It's no, you have a mace, you have three different abilities. Your shield now has one extra ability that could be used like solely with the mace and your shield abilities. You have a
Hmm.
sword. Okay, these three changed. That one thing changed, or it could be like something similar, but it was very varied. So it was genuinely different. DCU was not. So expecting Marvel to be made into an MMO with the DCU company making it, well, DCO, whatever the
Does
fuck,
it have you worried?
it does because it's just like, oh, we didn't get it last time, but now we're going to. Our only competitor is Final Fantasy. Yeah, your competitor is fucking Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That's a genuine WoW killer. Like it's a really good fucking MMO. I don't think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for like a month, 2 months, maybe three if we're lucky. But I don't see it going past half a year where
Well,
people
I
are like, "Oh,
mean,
hey, what's up?"
you got to give them benefit of the doubt though. Like, why would they want to make a clone of a game such as DC Online? You know, they you're
Money.
right. You're right. It's money, but
That's really just it.
they also risk the fact though. Like if you're making a Marvel property, like you have to make it stand out and be as different as possible. You can't make it a clone of DC Online, or else that's what you risk it being compared to is DC Online, and then it's gonna fall flat on its face if you do that.
The thing is that okay, I do agree with that. What worries me though, like I do understand they have to change it entirely, and I sure as fuck hope they do. But I'm worried that it's going to be like a lot of aspects from the old game, like the same skeleton kind of rebuilt, and people are going to think that it's different. But then after a while, there are going to be those that have played like like the prior game, and they're going to notice like the similarities, if not things that are just like flat out ripped out from the other game.
Hmm.
So then it's going to be, oh, it's different. It's Marvel. No, it's just heroes.
Yeah,
Like
Kevin's
what
having
what
some microphone problems. Danny, you said you liked it though.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, when it first came out, it was super generic and it had a lot of issues, and it reminded me way too much of the heroes versus villain fucking game. So I did have that problem then, but it became its own thing. I mean, they ported it to the PlayStation, which is really great for a lot of people because it ran a lot better if you didn't have a PC that could run it. Um, they added and redid the mechanics altogether, almost the same way, almost as if they not kind of copied, but took the best of what people liked about the heroes versus the City of Heroes.
Yeah.
And they redid a lot of the moves that people liked and the things that people liked. And to me, the storyline was really good. You know, with
Mhm.
the, later on they added like more Joker and more like Two Face or whatever it was, whatever the fractions were, as you said. But they added more storylines, a Red Hood storyline, events, and things like that. And
Yeah.
the events is what made it. Later on.
Okay.
Of course, I think a lot of those games do have bugs, and you got to figure them out. Like every other, I don't think that I don't think the MMO ever
Mm,
to this
Well,
day is gonna come out straight out the gate perfect. It's not gonna
it's
Well,
happen.
I don't think it's
I'll
the
say
It's
this.
bugs
impossible.
that I don't think
Even
it.
WoW
And
didn't.
it wasn't the bugs that I'm
Yeah,
complaining about. It's
exactly.
just
Yeah.
like
I'm not talking about bug. I'm not
straight.
talking about bugs. I'm talking about the way, almost to get its own identity, because
Yeah.
people are so used to a cookie cutter MMO right now, whether it be WoW, whatever it is. They're used to doing things a certain way. So if you try to make it too new, you go against it, like the new fucking Amazon game that came out. People are
New
like, oh,
World.
it's New World. It's all just the aspect
It's
of
such a
of
grind of everything.
such a grind of all the stuff that we hate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna change. They're not gonna leave it like that. They're gonna hear people's feedback, see what and see what's gonna change. But
Right.
they're gonna
Mm.
try new
Well,
things in
also
each every
one
one
thing
of
that
these.
people have to kind of understand is that MMOs are always going to be grindy, whether like you intend it to be
Yeah.
or not.
Hmm.
Yeah,
MMOs are solely grindy because it's not just like, oh, we want to make this game that people could hop in for like 10, 15 minutes, do what they need to, and then that's it. The- You need a reason for people to subscribe. You need people to like sit there for that entire fucking month and give them like however much they're
Hmm.
paying worth of content. Because it's not just one person or whatever the case. Now, oh, drop 60, that's it. You're gonna have to like do this whole shit monthly, and
I,
you got to
I
grind.
I never understood like people complain about grinding in an MMO. I was like, the fuck you paying for then? Like you pay these people a subscription fee to like hit level 60 in 24 hours. That's not how it works. And then there's some MMOs that I enjoy, like I don't play it as often, but Shadow Desert. Have you guys ever
Yes.
played it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's and
It plays
that
very
game,
different.
yeah.
Wait,
And
Black Desert?
yeah, Black Desert.
Black
Yeah,
Desert.
sorry, I
Yes.
said Black Desert.
It's a Shadow
And
Desert.
shut up. It's the
It's
same
dark.
game.
It's a
Black
dark desert.
The darkest desert. But yeah, it's like enjoy the game for you're either enjoying the story because that's why it takes you so long to grind and everything. Enjoy the story, that's why you're spending like maximum 80 hours, probably more, just watching the story. That's something
Well,
that some people enjoy.
that I disagree.
Go ahead.
Some people-
I'll be
because
honest. Me as an MMO player, I never play it for the story.
I've never played any
Mm.
MMO, and I played a lot of MMOs. I've never known the story.
Y'all know the MMO I play for story.
What is
I'm
it?
not gonna say.
Destiny.
We've shut the.
You said it, not me.
I
But-
know.
That's not. I mean, technically it is an MMO, but for me,
It
it
is.
doesn't. It is, but-
it's an MMO, but it's not an MMO, but it is an
Yeah.
MMO.
But
Yeah.
still, like,
It's adopted the title.
Yeah.
but even like, okay, that's a great. Actually, that's a great example for me because I have no. I can give two shits about the story in Destiny, and I still play it.
hmm
You know, it's.
Mhm.
I think a good MMO's grind can't be that severe. Yes, we know there's going to be grind, but if they can trick you into grinding and you don't realize you're
They
grinding,
make it fun.
then it makes it fun.
can-
Like
yes.
a
Can you
great
think of one?
example, of course, Final Fantasy, of course,
Take another shot.
right there.
Swig
get
of some
the-
water.
The most grinding thing that they have to do is the Bojin concept.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
me and Danny, we're having tons of fun.
Yeah, it really
Same
is.
fucking thing for the past. Like, it's the only thing that we did for multiple days in a row. There
Yeah.
isn't a single, besides the regular dungeons, of course, but there isn't a single singularity event that we did that we just like fuck it. This is what we want to do, and we're having fun doing it, and there's more stuff. You know what I mean? So, like I said, so if they can trick you into grinding, that's how you do it. And I think WoW needs to learn that because they were a big not factor, but they were a big reason why people hate fucking
Influence.
grinding.
How
You know,
how
Having
I
to fucking get
Well,
the item, the percent
I'll-
drop is like 10%, but you need 100 of
I'll
them.
also
Like,
tell you
come
this.
on.
No, I'll also tell you this. Grinding in WoW was tedious, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, it's not just the whole thing of like me being like a little bit of a sociopath in that aspect, but
Yeah.
it's also based on who you play like a game with. Like if you're
Yes.
playing with like friends that you know are going to enjoy it just as much as you,
Mhm.
then the content's going to be very lively. It's going to be really fucking fun, and it's going to give you more incentive to like want to keep playing because it's like, oh, okay, I could sit here and grind by myself, or I could have all of us just kind of dick around and do whatever the fuck we need to do.
Yeah.
So
Kevin,
the
you,
content
And
in
it's
WoW was
like
very enjoyable
it's
with friends.
kind of like what I'm doing now. Like I'm paying attention, but I'm not paying attention. So then, what's the point to me?
Kevin,
When
you had
can
something to say.
really enjoy the game, and you can enjoy the game by yourself. Because there's this not just Final Fantasy, but with one of the Elder Scroll games. When I was playing
Oh,
it by
yes,
myself,
Mhm.
I was having tons of fun.
Hold on,
By myself in the beginning.
Hold on,
I
Kevin
lost my
wanted to say
characters,
something.
I got pissed, but
Kevin wanted to say something.
No, I was just gonna ask how severe was the grinding in WoW, because that it wasn't the first time I've heard this, but
Okay.
it's just like I just wanted to reevaluate, like, or just just ask again how
Well,
severe was
I
the
mean,
grind.
to go back to just the Marvel thing, like I agree with both Randy and Danny. Like Randy, like yeah, it is kind of a worry. The people who do the DC online thing, they could kind of focus on doing the pretty much exact same thing with Marvel because maybe they have that mindset of, oh, don't fix what's not broken, because DC online is doing pretty well for itself. But then Danny, he makes a good point and says most MMOs when they get released, they're going to change a lot of things. You could look at Final Fantasy and WoW that same way because when they were released, a lot of mechanics eventually changed. The UI eventually changed. A lot of things changed in those games.
in Final Fantasy's an aspect, the entire game
Yeah.
change. They
Real
use a
boring.
whole different
Yeah.
fucking engine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's possible too. Like the Marvel MMO could suck in the beginning and kind of be better in, afterwards. But a lot of people have this mindset, and I have shit. I'm gonna do this now anyways. So a lot of people have this mindset that with when a new game comes out, whether it be an MMO or not, they kind of stick it out even if when it's bad, because they kind of hope that it has the potential to get fixed and be better in the future. And especially with MMOs, they do that too. They did that with Final Fantasy. They did that with Star Wars. Star Wars was another one of those games where kind of like it was mediocre in the beginning, and it got a lot better as it progressed. And then Marvel has the potential to do the same thing. Now I'm about to take my shot because I'm gonna say the same thing with Destiny, is because there are a lot of hardcore fans with Destiny, and a lot of them hate, me included, a lot of them hate a lot of the aspects of the game and the way things are done. But because the game has so much potential and they change up so much things, because Bungie listens to the community so much, it changes so drastically every like 6 months to a year that it's always worth jumping back on and trying again. So I'm taking that. I don't know if anybody has anything to say about that.
No, that's it. I mean, I think we'll see. I'm excited for it. I can imagine. I know everybody shits on it, but the fucking Marvel Avengers game, like having that, and doing it right and doing that as like as an RPG, MMO, I think would like save the game, because people shit on the game a lot, and it has a lot to shit on. But when you play as Iron Man, you feel like you're playing as Iron Man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they do if they do it like that in this one. I want to be able to play a character, Iron Man, Spider-Man, whoever it is, and feel like I'm playing as that actual character.
The City of Heroes, they kind of did this thing where you had to walk everywhere until you leveled up to a high enough thing where you're allowed to fly. So maybe they would. I mean, obviously, I don't think you're gonna play as Iron Man. I don't think you're gonna play as any of the Marvel characters. You're probably gonna have your own customized character.
It's
That's what I
gonna be
would
the same-
guess.
It's gonna
That's what I
probably
would
be the
guess too.
same thing where you have a hero, they're your mentor, and you pick up like
Right.
But
sword
why?
traits.
Why do they have to do it like that though? You have so many Marvel characters to
Yeah,
choose from.
Okay,
I
you have
mean,
so many DC characters to choose from. That's what the fuck they did with
but that's what they're doing with
TCO.
DC too. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
different. I mean, everybody's been
It's
done.
it's
So
the same bullshit though.
yeah, because you're
It's another.
comparing it
Go
right
ahead,
Mhm.
now, but like we don't know what they can use the fucking, was it
What was that thing you said? Don't fix what isn't broken. If it's working for them right now, it's gonna probably be the same thing again. It's just a
yeah,
reskin of
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is.
I don't know. This is a
maybe.
50-50 chance, but we'll see.
It's
We'll
really
see.
just a coin toss. I'm not looking
Yeah.
forward to it personally, but that's
Yeah.
that's
I'm
just my
willing to
opinion.
try it. I will be willing to try it, I'll admit. All right, so we'll move on from that. So there's the next article from GameSpot. A YouTuber, Tyler McVicker, has spoken on some Valve employees who have mentioned there is no sign of there ever being a Half-Life 3. There is, this is a quote, there is not a major development team working on anything outside of a few pieces of software specifically tailored for hardware. Their teams are working on different projects, and one is called Citadel, which is a first-person RTS hybrid that is cooperatively based. Think Left 4 Dead, Alien Swarm, and an RTS and Half-Life all having a baby, unquote. So it's being created with the Steam Deck in mind, which is Valve's main focus right now. So this is the biggest reason why they're not working on a Half-Life 3. I'm kind of disappointed with this information, but at the same time, Valve always brings quality shit anyways. So I will be happy with anything Valve gives me. I know I'll eventually get the Steam Deck, but like we've talked about the Steam Deck before, and I'm iffy about how it's going to be on its release date, especially with the battery life we talked about. But and I'm sure I'll eventually cave in and get one. And I definitely want to try out any of their future games that they give. So what do you guys what are your thoughts on like Half-Life 3 and their future games and stuff like that? What they're focusing on?
It's
Anybody?
never coming out.
You don't think so? Ever?
It's never coming out. They're allergic to that number 3.
Yeah.
honestly.
Even like Portal 3.
Portal 3, Team
Yeah.
Fortress 3,
Team Fortress
Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
We're not going to see any of that.
I kind of feel like that's not what the coincidence is. I kind of just feel like they back themselves in the
I know,
corner when
I'm
it comes to
just
the story.
fucking with it.
Yeah. I think they
Why?
kind of
But
just
why they backed themselves to the story? I think they just gave up. Honestly, I think it's not that they backed up. I think they don't.
well,
want
if
to-
they gave up, then why did they come out with Half-Life Alex?
what was Half-Life Alex about?
It was a VR
It
game.
was,
It took place was it before Freeman was revived in Half-Life 2? I believe.
Um,
So it's between 1 and 2?
no. It's supposed to. The ending is supposed to be at like the end of 2. It takes place like in a certain frame,
Yes.
but pretty much the end. It definitely brings back Gordon when he shouldn't have been there. I think, or whatever the fuck.
I don't remember.
It's just
It's
a
still
weird,
part
like,
of the story. It's still canon is what my point is. Like it's still part of the story. So they still have Half-Life in mind as a franchise. I don't think they've given up on it because they don't care about it. I think they really don't know what to do with it.
But it's not hard to put a team together and be like, okay, come up with a plan. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like it's that, especially something that could make you a buttload of money. I think
Yeah.
they've given up on it as they want it. They might maybe teamed up with the VR players to sell more fucking VR machines, things like that. But that's pretty much all it was, just a stupid gimmick, and that's all they do. You know, they want to
But they
become
ended the series with such a cliffhanger. Like, why would you not want to continue that?
exactly. That's my point. Is they if they could, if they wanted to, they could. I don't think they want to at all. I don't think they care. And no matter how much you bitch and moan about it, they're like, I don't give a fuck. We're not gonna do it. I
They
do
always were
think
about
they
themselves,
will-
yeah.
I think they will remake it before they redo it. The third one.
But you think it's
And-
possible then?
No, to remake it is different.
No. You think it's possible after they do a remake that they'll come out with a part 3?
Well, I think they just continue to that
not in our
story.
lifetime.
I don't even think it'll be around after our lifetime. Kevin, what do you think?
I don't know. This one's weird because the number 3 and for most companies it's either hit or miss. Uncharted 3, Kingdom Hearts 3, Banjo and Kazooie 3.
Yeah, 3s in general are kind of like the
It's-
franchise killer.
Yeah.
If it's a trilogy, it's probably not going to work out. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? Too Human? It was supposed to be a trilogy. And that
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
bombed.
And I mentioned the same thing with there was another game that was supposed to be a trilogy. Advent Rising. Advent Rising was another one that was supposed to be a trilogy. I'm surprised you guys still never heard of it, but Advent Rising was like they had a whole contest where like someone was supposed to win $1 million or some shit like that. Some crazy like amount of money or some grand prize, and they had to cancel the contest because they knew the franchise was just going to be dead in the water before the first game even came out.
So you never got their mill?
No.
He didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah. Yes.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I guess trilogy. I mean, Danny could be right. They probably just don't care, and they probably just going to capitalize on like little spin-offs and stuff like that because the Half-Life title is like so big that they're kind of just come out with a Half-Life Alex, Half-Life. Who was the father's name? I can't remember his name. Eli. You know,
Okay,
Eli Vance. So like you know, a lot of I don't know. They could mess around with it for a bit, but it kind of sucks. I really want at least the main story to be finished, and kind of also figure out what the fuck is G-Man. Like, who is the G-Man?
He's the man.
He's the man.
D-Man is D-Man.
G-Man is D-Man.
I don't remember any of the fucking storyline for that shit. at all.
I honestly,
does?
I've never played the game, so I'm in the dark. Just letting you guys know.
Oh, really? Like not
Yeah.
the original or the second one?
No.
Oh,
no.
man.
Second one was
Raven.
good, the first
I've
one
seen gameplays of Ravenholm, and I was like, nah,
Mm.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
That's like 30
was
minutes.
actually-
That's like a 30-minute level, and then the rest is just a typical first-person shooter.
But it was a
You-
pretty big lurch in tonal shift for the game.
Yeah, it
to be
was.
quite honest.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And you want me to play 30 minutes with me just saying that's a fucking spider? Oh no, it's a head crawler. It's a different. Nah, I don't care what it is. It's a spider. It crawls on the floor and it jumps at you. I don't want any parts of that. I'm okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see how it goes. If anybody else thinks that Half-Life 3 is going to exist at some point, send an email, send a comment.
Yeah, like can we just email Valve and be like, yo, can you just
yeah,
send it out
right.
already?
Just send it.
No,
Well,
because
send
I'm
a
pretty sure
memo.
there was a petition years ago, and they're not going to listen to that shit either. Like,
No,
why?
and even then, in the article that he sent out, there was this whole thing about like an interview with Gabe, and how
Yeah.
he like avoids just saying anything to like not
Yeah.
have anyone like think anything.
He
And it's the
hates
easiest thing
it.
that he can do.
He hates it.
Because can you imagine 1,000,001 people just fucking barking at you? Half-Life 3, Half-Life 3. Shut the fuck up.
Gabe Newell is like the equivalent to George Lucas when it comes to like obsessed fans who are just yeah, just obsessed fans just bugging him over things that they want, and he's just sick of hearing it.
It's a Sith Lord Jar Jar.
Sith Lord Jar Jar would have
Sith
awesome.
Lord,
That
that would have been a cool twist.
That would have
He
saved
starts
the whole
spinning
fucking
around,
thing.
shooting lightning like a Beyblade. Oh man.
Misa gonna kill you.
Oh, that would be terrifying. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you said
And
that. Oh shit.
Misa say you not strong than the Force.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right.
Misa wish you would.
Misa wish you would. All right. So next article afterwards. Epic Games, developers of Fortnite, of course. They have acquired Harmonix, developers of the rhythm game such as Frequency, Amplitude, Guitar Hero, and Rock Band. This means there will be more collaboration between Fortnite and music provided by Harmonix. Probably the theory is with concerts in mind, since they've been experimenting with that online, since they've had concerts like Ariana Grande and Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, and by the way, they actually took all the stuff down with Travis Scott because of that bullshit with the concert. So I'm glad they did that.
Oh,
but
so you
What
can't.
happened with the concert? I don't know.
You
so
really don't know.
yeah,
No.
so there was not only were there people being trampled trying to barge into the concert and pretty much getting injured and dying. There were other people dying during the concert. Why were they dying? I forgot why.
Crowd.
More crowd,
crushing.
like yeah, crowd
No,
crushing.
it was overpacked to the point that
Yeah,
people were
it
literally
was
dying
over
on
the
their feet.
limit that they were legally allowed to have. And so not only was that happening during the concert, Travis Scott was still trying to continue the concert as he was watching these people acting stupid and killing other people. Like security was everywhere. They were trying to like fix things up and trying to help people being injured. And Travis Scott was just on stage trying to just mind his own business. It was fucking ridiculous.
The not all the security that was there was trying to help out though.
Yes,
No?
yeah,
As shit
yeah,
was happening, there was like those that were standing by the front of the stage, like recording what was happening.
yeah,
So, wow, it was someone
yeah.
No. The crazy thing about it is,
was pretty much in the fucking wrong.
and it was the point that people were like crowd surfing like unconscious or even dead people, and that
Oh
shit
my
just
God.
it
It's
baffles
fucked up.
me. Like it
Yeah.
just baffles me. Like how the fuck? But the situation's being dealt with the way they dealing with it, and I hope that I'm not gonna even say I hope that they find peace. It's I just hope something like this never happens and people
Yeah.
learn from this. Like
Not,
they-
not for nothing, but Kevin, have you seen the video of SZA trying to like asking if like everyone was like okay in the group?
Yeah.
Now SZA makes like really soft R&B, so she stops all the music and she's like, hold on, is everybody okay? I just make sure everyone's fine." And there was a whole meme of like a really like hardcore mosh pit to like one of her soft songs.
you know what kills me? Like after I found out about the incident, and it's gonna be the last thing I talk about. The last thing about this topic, and then we can go to the Fortnite collaboration of Guitar Hero, and then
Yeah.
it's like riding, they jumping out the plane with a guitar. But like a lot of artists back in the day, even like what was it, Juice World, Little Uzi Vert, they actually check on the crowd. Like they would
Yeah.
stop the
Well,
performance
I've
and they'd be
seen
like,
I've seen footage of Foo Fighters as well. Like Dave Grohl,
Park.
he would Linkin Park. Like they'll the fights happen every now and then in concerts. It's gonna happen.
Every now
And then of
Every
course
now and
Every now.
also sexual assault and harassment as well. Like people will grope girls
Oh no,
because
Nirvana
depend
stopped the concert. 'cause of that.
Nirvana, yes. So like they'll stop the concert and they'll be like, "Yo, are you okay?" And then they'll also point at the offender, and they'll be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here! Security,
get
grab
the fuck
him!"
out of here.
You know, exactly. And then and then and then continue the show afterwards. Like they're very attentive to their audience, which is a good sign of a good artist. And Travis Scott just
Clearly, is not a good artist.
clearly is not, because he just cared about just finishing his concert, his fucking
So how
auto-tune
many-
and bullshit.
So how many collabs are we having in Fortnite? Because I'm trying to get my Naruto.
I don't,
skins
I
for
don't know,
Sasuke.
but you made a good point, which is funny. Like I could picture someone jumping off the bus in a parachute or a hang glider, like on the drums at the same time, like just like on a rock band drum, just like jamming
been
onto
there.
something.
Flatline, Lifeline in Apex does that.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. When she jumps out, there's an emote that she plays I was about to say the guitar, the drums.
The drums?
And she just like descends to earth.
Was it Rock Band 1 where they played Highway Stars, like the intro song, and someone was like on like the front of a car?
Oh god, I don't know.
They just keep holding the car while falling, and it's just like it gives you like a speed boost to get to the earth faster.
I'm just mad at anyone who could do Fire and Flames on fucking Expert.
Oh. See, now I actually want to find out.
But
Go ahead, Randy.
I don't know if we have much to say about it, but I thought it was an interesting article regardless. Like
Yeah.
Fortnite is the biggest thing. I'm not a fan of it, but it is the biggest thing regardless of what your opinion is. And
So
I guess they're gonna have more music, like licensed music because of it,
Yeah.
maybe some concerts because of it. I would
So
assume.
you're telling me you're not excited for the Naruto arc that Tanjiro saves Kakashi from Sasuke? We're not excited for that.
Why? Why?
And Rick being the final Akatsuki member, are you not excited? Like imagine showing somebody that picture like 7-8 years ago.
Rick from Rick and Morty, Thanos, Naruto,
So fucking
Jinx from League of Legends.
yeah, and then they're adding
Will
Demon
Smith.
Slayer
What was it?
characters.
Was it?
Yeah,
Didn't
Will
they have
Smith.
Will Smith?
and Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Oh,
That's
the
what it
Bad
was,
Boys.
Martin
Yeah,
Lawrence.
they had Bad Boys. Yeah.
And then they have fucking LeBron James. Oh my god, they're out of pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
LeBron James.
LeBron, you could dunk on somebody.
They don't have. Well, I guess they have like Slash. Slash is a character in Guitar Hero. I think it's
Who
pretty
dat?
sure it's Guitar Hero. Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
The guitarist from
Am I
Guns N'
gonna
the
say
top
Roses.
hat.
Yes, Axl Rose.
Top hat. Axl
Oh.
Rose. Like yeah, they can get some. They can get the Beatles. They can get the Beatles on that fucking weird. The Beatles in
fucking
Fortnite. Yeah. The Beatles with a Gatling gun.
You just play your final tune as they smoke you.
As my AK gently weeps.
Oh,
That's
Gunshots ringing
good.
in the dead of night.
That's good.
Oh,
Aerosmith.
man. Yeah. Yo, imagine they have Through the Fires and Flame as an emote. Like,
Through the
you
fires
playing
and
it
flame.
and you
Just
fucking up.
yeah. I know, right?
I'm pretty sure if anything, they would definitely have the guitarist from Dragon Force in there.
Whipping his hair around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
With
that
the
makes
little
sense.
zip tie on the guitar.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I really don't know what they would really do. Like it's all just funny, but I don't know if they would actually
it-
do any of this.
The fact that we don't know and they already acquired the license, it's like whatever it is, it's gonna be something crazy.
They'll make it work. Fortnite
Yeah,
is unfallible right now.
Yeah. I definitely see
So
For-
wait,
I-
okay.
yeah, what's up?
So Harmonix being acquired by Epic Games means
Mhm.
not just the music, but also every single fucking Guitar Hero game that was released.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that we could even have fucking James Hetfield.
James
like, from
Hetfield?
Metallica. the
Yeah.
singer from Metallica.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had a rock. A guitar hero. I almost said Guitar Man.
Guitar Man. Oh, you did.
I'm gonna take a shot for that. It was like I was fighting it, but because they had a fucking Guitar Hero Metallica and all this other shit, we're gonna get James Hetfield. I hope
Yeah,
that
maybe.
I would actually hope for that one.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I'm just like, it's okay. But it's fun to speculate on that kind of stuff because it's a weird collaboration. I wonder how they're gonna make that work with Fortnite. We'll see how
Bro,
that goes.
it's not weird. It's Fortnite. I'm gonna
It's
be
Fortnite.
honest.
Yeah, right.
It's not weird. It's just
Very
Fortnite.
weird.
All right, our final article. I don't know. I have a lot to say, or I have a lot on my mind about it, but I don't even know. I have questions. But all right, so by now everybody knows that Chris Pratt will be the voice of Mario on the upcoming CGI movie. Everyone was curious about how he's gonna imitate the famous Italian accent that we all know. You know, it's me, Mario.
It's me, Geppetto.
So we have some news on that. Co-producer Chris Meledandri has stated he will not be using the traditional gaming Mario voice, and they will make a nod towards the accent, but also have a reason why he does not use it in the movie. They're going to talk about it, I guess. So he defends his decision and says the voice Chris Pratt is choosing is phenomenal, according to the article from Game Informer. He said Charlie Day, who is Italian, being cast as Luigi is the movie's nod to the Italian background of the famous plumber duo. So Charlie Day, I would assume, I guess, is going to have the Italian accent. That's what it sounded like to me in the article. I don't know. But Chris Pratt is not going to have that Mario voice that everybody knows.
No, I think it's just them having an Italian play Luigi. Is there not?
Is that what they mentioned?
It's not going to be accent. It's going to be...
No, it's going to be Charlie Day.
So you don't think Luigi's going to have the accent either?
But the accent is super racist.
I agree.
First, there's a lot of things that are
the Japanese guy thinking Italian fucking voice. Like, come on.
And that's probably why they wanted to. That's probably why they wanted to steer clear of that kind of stuff because it's gonna go.
It's a me, Mario.
Yeah,
it's they might have somebody with an accent, an Italian accent.
All right, so here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. Hold on. Here's the thing though. It makes sense that they're trying to avoid this stereotype Italian accent to try to like to try to like not offend anybody. But the fact that I literally, if you're like under the age of like 15, if you're over the age of 15, you should already know who Mario is and what he sounds like, whether you're a gamer or not. So it's kind of like who are you offending at this point when everybody already knows this is Mario's voice already? So why are you even bothering trying to like, worry about the stereotype? Why are you trying to like avoid offending someone? This has been a staple. This has been his voice. It's almost like you're trying to ban Speedy Gonzalez his Mexican accent.
They were.
Yeah.
Hold on, time out. They actually were trying to do that.
They did. They cut him out of Looney Tunes because he was offensive to the Mexican stereotype, and all the Mexicans were like, "Who the fuck
We
are you?"
love him.
Yeah,
Bro, we love him. Fucking cool. We always make that voice for fun. It's fun for us.
Okay.
So I have so go ahead, Kevin, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking of the Speedy Gonzalez, and I was just playing it in my head.
Arriba.
It's arriba. Yeah, like it's so so weird to me because it's like it goes back to the conversation we had prior of like having a character do something out of the norm. Like, is he gonna have a New Yorker accent? He's gonna be like, "Hey, yo," like, you know what I mean? Like, is he gonna talk like that?
Mario.
Yo, I'm just a plumber from Queens. From
What do you want?
What do you want?
He's gonna sound like he's been smoking for 40 years.
Yeah,
like,
what was it? Did
like-
they have
Get a Jeff from Jersey.
from Brooklyn? Oh God.
You think he'd have a Brooklyn accent? Maybe that's what Chris Pratt is aiming for.
We'll see
Yes.
what's going on with that.
Yes.
I
You
mean,
think
they
so?
Had they had a Colombian play Luigi in the old movie, so like, what are you really getting at here? It was John fucking Leguizamo. He's
Yo,
relax.
yo, could Yo, imagine he just be like, "Yo, they killed my man Biggie." He just start throwing unnecessary New Yorker shit. Just be like, "I'm a New Yorker." Nah, but
I'm walking
I don't know.
here.
I'm walking here.
I am
I'm
walking
walking.
here.
I'm walking here. Can I get some water? But I like. I don't know. Like saying like it's offensive. It's understandable. But if it's the characters like them and you're portraying the character, why not? Why not portray the character as is? Then something different. But
Mm-hmm.
it it plays different in Japan than it does here because everybody is like either sensitive or they get offended very easily, and I understand the root of sidestepping it. But they need a director's cut that he just
This is
speaks in the
this, but this is
Italian
what I'm
accent.
picturing.
Snyder's
This is what I'm picturing. Like I think I think it would be ridiculous if they, let's say for example, they release the movie with Mario's Italian accent, and then Italians out of nowhere say, "Oh, this is offensive. This. I'm so angry that they tried to do this in a movie." I'm like, where the fuck were you for the no? Yeah, where the fuck were you for the past 30 years? Mario has been out there in every Nintendo system known to man. Like, and now just because it's in a movie theater, you want to choose to like make a fuss about it?
I feel
you know
like
what this kind of falls back into a little bit.
Hmm.
The whole thing back then where it's like white characters can't be voiced by voice actors of color. That type of
Mhm.
shit.
Mhm.
It feels like almost a kind of in similar vein, just now like in a different kind of thing.
Yes, yeah,
You know?
yeah. Like they could. I feel like we don't know who Chris Pratt's voice is gonna be like, but Chris Pratt is an Italian. Like if they were gonna completely get rid of that stereotype Italian accent, they could have at least gone with an actual Italian with a genuine Italian voice in order to do this thing, not
What if we
some
had Joe
made up
Pesci
accent.
as Mario?
Yo.
Part of the problem is that the Italian actors aren't that permanent. Like they're not huge Italian actors,
Uh-huh.
and this
Joe Pesci.
movie is relying on big
Joe
names.
Pesci's huge. Joe Pesci's a big name.
Joe Pesci
Yeah, but
is
he's
not
he's
Italian.
also
Neither is Chris Pratt. Who cares?
neither is Chris
But
Pratt.
that's what I'm saying.
But Joe
They
Pesci
had
has
Joe
paid
Pesci for
Joe Pesci has
Italian
played
accent.
more Italian
If you
people
said
than
My
Chris
Cousin
Pratt
Vinny.
has.
You said yes. If you said Joe Pesci was in this fucking thing,
Is
then
Ralph
people would think
Macchio
it's a joke.
Italian?
Ralph
No.
Macchio, I don't know.
You want to talk?
So that we want to talk about the fucking movie My Cousin Vinny?
You want
Where they're
I don't
fucking
know.
Italian Americans?
I mean, but Joe Pesci has
paid
played an Italian
first.
gangster in like every role he's ever done in life. Like
Good
but the thing, all right, but Joe Pesci is a bad example regardless because Joe Pesci has a particular type of acting where he just sounds like a dangerous little man. Like that's not going to fit Mario regardless.
My Cousin Vinny was comedic. Have you not seen that movie?
He was still a pissed off little man in that movie.
Mario is a genocidal maniac.
Yeah.
So on Twitter that kills mushrooms.
He's just busting kneecaps throughout the whole mushroom kingdom. Like, no.
He's a drug addict. He's a murderer.
But
He's
like
an animal abuser. He abuses Bowser. We not gonna talk?
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
No,
man.
it just
Fucking Yoshi. He ditches Yoshi into a pit for that extra jump.
yeah. So Danny's right. You do need a big name for the movie, but at the same time, they could have gone with somebody. They could have found somebody. There's plenty of Italian actors out there.
But name one at
Italian
that.
accents.
Name
There
one
are a
at
lot of
that
Italian
level.
accents.
Well, there's
Like,
no
it's really
Italian at
hard
that
to-
level.
Stallone. He's Italian.
Again,
He's Italian.
He's Italian. He's Italian.
yeah.
Hey yo, Princess Peach. Hey yo, Princess.
Bowser.
but he's not on the level of he's not on the level of
What?
Chris Pratt anymore. He was.
Yeah, he was.
He was
Wow,
10
no, he still is.
fucking
He still
15
is.
years ago. But
he is in my heart. He is in my heart.
I'll tell you this. He's great. Yeah.
Great.
I'm
He
a great
was
plumber,
10
you
years
know.
ago,
I'm
and
from
and again-
Brooklyn, you know.
No, he's great. You know.
yeah, exactly. And his voice is you don't associate.
I would love.
Italian with his
Hey,
voice.
yo, Adrian, it's to me, Mary. Like it's
Adrian.
Adrian.
No, it's Peach.
Peach.
Hey, yo, Peach.
Hey, yo, Peach.
When
Oh,
you
man.
fit right. He'll tell you about Yoshi when he was
I
an
love
egg.
that
I used to
movie.
fit right here. And you know what I'm talking about too.
Yeah.
Right you in my hand.
Oh man. That's good.
Now you this big.
I think he was talking to the guy from Heroes.
His son.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
god.
right, so I'm you know what,
Lil
I'm
Balboa.
Italian. Hold on, I'm legit Italian actors. I'm googling
Actors.
Italian actors. Let me see if there's anybody. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, yeah.
Exactly. He's not a big
Uh,
name. Not like Chris Pratt.
Wasn't he
Still,
just in, like the Irishman like
He's
yeah,
not.
2 years ago?
But again, the level of Chris Pratt right now is The Rock, John Cena, these huge fucking
Yeah.
megastar people. You know, Robert Downey Jr. If you said Robert Downey Jr. was going to be this, it would be almost the same level.
met-
You know what I mean?
What about Al Pacino?
No, again,
Luigi.
it all has.
they all have a
great.
particular acting style that just
I
doesn't
know.
fit Mario. Yeah.
The thing is, it's just right now I'm just trying
Say
to,
hello to my
blend
little mushroom.
That is harassment, sir. That is harassment.
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds.
I'm gonna contact HR.
Exactly.
I
need their number.
jeez. That's bad.
I-
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
1-800
all right.
these nuts.
All right. So Danny's right about it though. But like, yeah, they need a big name. Chris Pratt fits it. But like, is he gonna
Why-
do like a normal Italian accent? Do you
Why
think
not
that's
have
what
him
he's
as
gonna try to
Luigi? 'Cause
do?
Why
Well-
not have him as Luigi? Because Luigi speaks more normal than Mario.
But Charlie Day fits really well for
no.
Luigi because he
Because
always
Luigi has a high voice.
he
and
always-
also, like they're very
Charlie Day. I can't picture his
Charlie-
face.
Sunny.
What was it?
only Sunny.
Always Sunny in
Always
Philly-
Sunny?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah.
Luigi.
You can
He's
see-
Luigi. Yeah,
That's the guy in
he always
Spider-Man,
had
right?
this like frantic anxiety type
Yeah.
of acting, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it fits
So-
Luigi very well.
Because
So Luigi
Yeah,
has
Luigi's
Horrible
Mansion
bosses.
Of course,
Yeah,
Mario.
yeah. That is what Luigi's like. Oh, so you can see that. And again, Chris Pratt might come out with some fucking accent. And go, that sounds like what I would pick besides that gross fucking Italianness. Like, oh yeah, good, this makes good because you're gonna spend a lot of money on this movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could all agree on this one thing though. We're just all glad that it's not Netflix making the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean, Netflix
Fucking-
Netflix is
I
hit or
don't know.
miss with the quality stuff. It's pretty good. Like Arcane, we were talking about Arcane was pretty
No,
good.
but
I
we're
was
talking
just gonna
about-
say
Oh
that.
no, it's an
Oh, it's
animated
an
movie, right?
Arcane
Never mind.
movie.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say live action.
Squid
Is it an
Squid Game
animated
is
movie
well,
or is
yeah.
it-
No, it's
We're
animated.
talking
It's,
about animated, yeah.
It's
But
a
Squid
movie or is
Game-
it a-
Squid Game-
Illumination's making it.
Yeah,
right?
Illumination. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Squid
It's
Game
gonna
was
be great.
good. Red Notice is a very good movie. It's actually the top movie on Netflix right now. Red Notice
No
with
Name is a good show as well.
yeah. So like
If
they
you
have
haven't
some
Character
quality.
Spirited Away?
They have some quality stuff. I got that. They have some quality stuff, but like, you know, and remember, Nintendo was originally working with Netflix before to do like Zelda and some other stuff. So
I'm
like,
not gonna I'm glad that they're not making it because the Resident Evil short series
Oh, that
was a
fucking
movie,
was
and,
horrible.
that was horrible.
and it was fucking dog. It
That
wasn't
was
dog
horrible.
shit, but it was bad.
Oh,
Actually, did
and
anyone
that
see the live
movie-
action?
and the movie's
I'm watching it
getting
this-
bad
I'm watching it
reviews
tomorrow.
too.
Was it?
The movie's getting awful
I forgot about
reviews.
that movie.
It came
Yeah.
out
Aw,
Thanksgiving.
look
It
at-
actually came out last week.
A lot of people are
Yeah.
saying there's barely any zombies. The characters are completely fucked up when it comes to development.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's just a lot. It's a lot of bad things. I haven't heard. The only good thing that anyone has to say about it is that it's very true to the series, and that's it. And that's not a very good thing to
Very
talk
true
about.
to the series in terms of it being like really shittily written or something. Like
No, that is
Critic
just
reviews
that is just
or is it
uh,
critic review or people?
no critic reviews.
reviews?
I'm
I
I'm
would like to
gonna-
see
You know
what people
I'll-
reviews because I think
I-
critics tend to shit on.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna give it a watch.
Yeah.
regardless,
I'ma watch-
just to really
I'll
see
watch
how
it.
it is.
I'll watch it tomorrow, and I'm not gonna give you guys like I'll just
Christmas
say like go
time.
watch it. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know how it is. That's the most I can tell you. And if it's dog shit, I'm gonna just be like, give it a watch. And if it's good,
Give it a watch.
It's the most I can tell you guys because I can
Yeah.
tell you it's bad.
I'll
You
still
guys
watch it, just
I'll
like
still watch it.
just like anything else. I went to the movie theater to see Assassin's Creed, knowing how bad it was gonna be, and
Did you watch Monster Hunter
Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
I did not.
in the theaters?
I did not.
No, go watch it. It's
Oh,
a
Wait,
was
great
wait.
movie.
Have you haven't seen Monster
I
Hunter
still
at
haven't
all?
seen Monster Hunter.
Watch
Please
Monster
do.
Hunter.
It wasn't
Please
bad.
watch
Saturday
it.
off. Just watch it.
No,
That's-
on your next day off, you
Yeah.
just sit down
It's
and
just
watch it with
you know the only reason why I haven't
It's
seen
fun
it.
to watch. I
It's
think
a-
you have to watch it. It's fun. It's a fun
I just
movie.
I
If you
haven't
don't-
had the
if you
opportunity
don't
to watch
put
it.
the name Monster Hunters in it, you might enjoy it. If you call it Mia Johanna's husband
if you
movie,
if you
you're like,
if
this
you
is not
put,
bad. That's a movie.
Oh,
bleach in
jeez.
your eyeballs, it's not a bad watch.
And then
Watch it, just watch it.
ignore Ron Perlman's wig.
Can I tell you?
Oh jeez.
Can I,
Oh,
can I tell you
Danny's
what was my
Danny start setting up for the guess the game. Kevin, what were you gonna say?
I was about to say, you know, it's my favorite part of that movie. The
What?
credits.
The credits, right?
No, my favorite part was the fact that Ti actually wore his helmet normally.
Oh jeez.
It
Oh,
wasn't
God.
sideways.
Can I ask a question? Have you guys seen that Ray J clip of like it's like a minute of like Ray J like talking to another guy, and every time his hat changes?
Oh,
imagine
on his
Ti
hat.
like that.
No.
no, it was no, it was Ti that was having the conversation
Oh,
Wasn't it?
really? Oh,
because it
no,
kept
was,
on like. You sure?
yeah,
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
no, it
'Cause every
wasn't
time that the camera kept on cutting, he would like wear it sideways or like
yeah, or
somewhere
like,
in a
or
different
it would be like
position.
all the way back and shit. I'm like, nah, I wish Ti would have did that just as a reference. Like, just is that a Ray J reference? Oh man,
You guys ready?
yeah, I'm looking at my fond self. What you look? What you?
Yeah,
look-
let me
Well, I'm gonna get another beer.
all right. Let me set this up here.
I'm unable to watch the stream, so I'm watch it from Discord.
Well, I have it on the
On the thing,
Discord.
right?
It's on the web.
On the Ninja.
It'll
right?
be on a stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I'll be
so
on
I'll
the
watch
stream
it.
too.
Oh, I can't. For some reason, I can't watch the stream. Like I tried watching it on my phone, and I'm using
Aw.
the hotspot, so
What's on the ninja?
immediately. Oh, I'm watching it right now. Damn, you see that guy in the bottom right?
Sexy as hell.
Sexy as hell. Yeah. Rub them nips. I like that.
It's just showing up the W.
Oh my god, just feeling it winner. Coco, can you stop, please? I love you. I love you. Okay, good.
All right, so yeah, so we're gonna start setting up the guess the game screenshots. Danny's doing it right now, so we'll see you for the audio listeners right after the game is done, and we'll close off the show afterwards.
Do you guys have anal bleeding and or?
Oh, that's when the ad shows up. Yeah.
Do you have anal bleeding or a ruptured pelvis? Hi, I'm Boneless Bone, and I can't help it either. I would just say, go to the hospital. Wait,
You
what
know
is
my
that?
favorite? I don't know the name of the product, but it's ball dongs. It's
Ball
underwear,
dongs.
Ball dongs.
Yeah.
It's underwear for just your balls. Yeah, it's. I kid
You only
not,
strap it, so it's a jock strap.
No, because it only goes in your balls, not the whole thing.
Oh.
It's like a beanie for
It's
your
like a,
balls.
it's like a beer. You think like that?
It's literally a hat for your balls. I've never heard of
That sounds sweaty as hell. That sounds
Hold on,
gross.
Hold on. It's supposed to be the opposite. The point is that when you, according to the ad, I never tried it, but according to the ad, if you are wearing boxers, you're there's bouncing around, they're moving, and they're creating sweat, right? Does
So
kind of
you're-
make sense. They down, get
you're-
up, they go like that. They're moving around,
You're-
thinking like you. But
Okay.
if they're nice and cut and caught, then they stay still.
Ball
and they
dongs.
just-
Ball dongs. If you're listening to this podcast right
don't know
now,
what it's
send me a shipment of ball dongs right now. I will review your merchandise. I swear to God.
Yo, I just have a question.
Well,
Do they think your balls are just exercising in the boxer? Like, it just lifts them.
it's supposed to go against sweaty balls.
That's so
like, it's
stupid.
like, you ever have a problem with sweaty balls? There's help.
Hi, if you have sweaty balls.
Oh, man.
on
Can
the
I
Christmas
just-
one if you want it.
Say
You guys
what?
ready?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a Christmas hat, but for your junk.
They'll God, they just think of anything. Go ahead,
It's
Danny.
a bean cock. Go ahead,
You
dude.
wanna- Do you want it green, yellow?
I want a blue.
There's a
the
blue one.
first game.
Oh shit.
Let's start off easy.
know
Is
this.
that? I think I know this.
Really? Go ahead.
Yeah. Is this
Kevin?
cust? Go ahead, Kevin. You think you know this?
Isn't this not Duck Hunt?
No.
No. Is this
It's on the line. though.
Is this Custer's Revenge?
No.
Shit.
No, there were way less pixels in Custer's Revenge.
I know.
They
it's
were all in. They were all
Wait.
under penis. That's it.
Is this some game from Back to the Future?
Technically, yes.
This was in Back to the Future.
Yeah, it was a real game.
It was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, at least it was based off a real game anyway.
Yeah, because the only reason I remember one of the characters is because Duck Hunt.
It's
uses
very similar to Dunk Hunt.
So I don't know what
And
the name
Dunk
is
Hunt
then.
uses it in the thing. This is Wild Gunner.
Wild Gunner.
Wild Gunner was one of the games that you can use with the stupid shooting thing.
It was
That's
a
why
light. It was a light gun
Oh,
game.
Yeah, it was a light gun game. You
Yep.
can use one of the few games you can use with the light gun. That's why when you play as Dunk Hunt, this guy comes out, the guy on the left,
Mm.
in Smash. That's why I pulled this
Mhm.
up. I think somebody might figure it out. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
No,
We're gonna be lost.
bro. I got
What the
I got to full screen this
Fuck
bitch.
is this? I can't
Hello?
see it.
You can't see it?
Oh,
It's clear as
It's
one.
so small.
PS1. This is also on 64. If I'm not
That
mistaken.
radar looks
Yes.
familiar.
I definitely know what this is. Kinda. I
Is
don't
this
know the
South
name of it.
Park?
It
Yeah.
is a South Park game.
Is this South
Yeah.
Park?
South Park
Isn't it-
fans.
It's in the-
The chicken gun. The chicken
It's the
sniper.
chicken gun.
The chicken sniper. Everybody
What
knows
was
the
the
chicken
name of-
sniper.
What was the name of this game?
I think it was just South Park.
South Park
64, no?
64. Yeah.
South Park
Yeah.
64.
South Park 64.
No.
They made other South Park games afterwards. The thing I love about the South Park games is, I don't know if it was the creators or whatever. Is ideas like, if you're gonna make a game out of my product, it better be unique. Because all their games are
Very what?
They're very
unique.
true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I-
have you played the RPG game? The RPG South Park
I
game?
haven't yet,
It's
and I've been
fucking
wanting
awesome.
to. Yeah, I've seen lots
It's
of
kinda
footage.
It's like crackhead Paper Mario. Like, it's just fucking. It's
Wait.
true to an episode of like South Park, how they did that Willow episode or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, you feel like
it's-
you're in the world. It's great.
I
It's-
think
and
that
this
Stick
was-
of Truth is actually canon to the story for South
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
talk about South Park. Do you know that they just made like a deal for like 15 movies?
Oh, wow.
14.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's just gonna go longer than it's gonna go longer than The Simpsons.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's-
that's a while to catch up since it's still on.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to catch up.
They always say it's gonna go longer than Simpsons. We can't go longer than Simpsons. The Simpsons still fucking on. Wait
Yeah,
for the Simpsons to
yeah,
stop.
but they've been around for what, about 30 years, but like they've talked, there's has been talk since the first movie that they released. There's been talks about them ending the series eventually after the next movie. So whenever that happens, which could be soon, like that series is gonna end pretty soon, probably another decade or so.
Damn.
You know, they talked about how they already know how they want to end it, and the ending's supposed to be that they basically go, "All right, guys, let's get ready to go to the Christmas party," right? And the Christmas party is the first ever episode
That was the first episode.
Oh
of
shit. Let me
Star.
just-
So they're gonna make it like this
A
full
loop?
circle type loop thing, which I
Yeah.
think would be
That's
fucking
fucking cool.
awesome to end it like that.
That's
You
fucking cool.
actually end it like that.
Yeah.
Imagine, yeah. Either way, the way that it sounds is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Here's the next one. Okay, so before I only have like four. I have a bunch. I have like 8 games or whatever. But after the first 4, it's your average guess the game, and then later on after that, because most of the time when
Are we
do these
getting
guess the
another
games,
history
it's-
lesson?
Yeah, it's 90%
Yes.
of us don't know what the fucking game is anyway. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell, I don't know.
So it's good to
So-
inform us.
It's expected to you not to know after like the 4th one,
Mm,
4th or 5th. It's expected you not to know, and I'll tell you when.
yeah.
But this is again, you're not gonna know this because I just looked it up for fun. Thought it was really funny.
I can't even tell what the fuck is happening. I know he's shooting,
This
but
was
I don't
this
know
was
what's
hard.
happening.
This was the best of the one I could find, but I just thought it was funny, the whole concept of it.
Silver, what the fuck is happening?
Is this? Why do I feel like
This
this is like Final Fight or something for like PS1?
This is what I thought when I first played it long in the arcade, and I thought it was a joke. This is
Mm.
actually Die Hard. arcade game.
Die Hard.
Why the fuck is there 2 players?
Because
No,
one
it
of them is
plays like
Sam Jackson.
Really?
they made a trilogy of these games, and they're
Dumb.
all like this weird 3D final fight. It's actually moving
Oh.
around in circles, and it's a full 3D game. You can move into the foreground, and I wish I pulled it up, but all the footage, none of them look like Bruce Willis. None of them. It's the weirdest thing is like to make this game but not have your main character look like the character from the movie. And it was from that, even the
Did it?
bad guys and everything.
That's
like,
actually
they-
funny that you say that because there was a Die Hard game for the PS1 that he also looked nothing like Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
But then there was a game called Apocalypse or Armageddon or something like
Apocalypse.
that. It
Yes.
had Bruce
Yes.
Willis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna pull it up. I was like,
You-
fuck
you-
it, let me just.
Yeah.
You know,
If y'all want a good Die Hard game, there's a first-person shooter Die Hard game that it's the first. It takes place in the Nagatomi Plaza.
That's
for-
the
for
one
the-
I was gonna. I
for
was
the
looking
for the PC. It was really
Yes.
good.
It was a first-person shooter,
Mm-hmm.
and I was actually looking for that. And I found places to travel home, so I started playing this.
It's funny how in time for Christmas we're talking about Die Hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what
Right?
it
Best the
did.
best holiday movie. Oh come on!
Is this Die Hard? Oh, Battletoads.
No.
No?
No,
TMNT?
close. Yeah.
Yes.
Ninja
Yes.
Turtles.
can I tell you I beat this game?
How?
I
In my
never-
life?
Shit,
I
this
had-
game is
I-
fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking stupid hard.
And this level in particular is the most
it-
annoying fucking level because you
It's the
get
water
shocked
level. That's
by,
fun.
Yeah.
and you get shocked by the fucking tentacles on the side, and it's the worst.
The
fucking
hit
level.
boxes
I
were
hated
ridiculous
this.
on those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a
the only
water
reason
level.
so the only reason I beat that game was because I had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like PS2 GameCube games, the ones that you could play with all of them, and I forgot which one it was, but like when you beat the game, you can unlock this game, and I was
Oh.
like, oh, this shit
Yeah.
was fun. And then you immediately hate it when you get to the stage because it's like, why the fuck do I keep getting hit by these goddamn?
Yeah.
I don't think I actually got past this thing. I think I
Oh,
this
Me neither.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
A lot of torture.
Would you play this now?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Throwback
It's like torture
Saturdays.
porn and just fucking remember it.
Yeah, Silver was just enough with that.
So this was that was the last game that you guys gonna know.
Yeah.
I thought you don't know the rest of them. So here's some history lesson. Ready? Not even a history lesson. This is just fun. Actually, this one's just for fun. Then I get
Mario was
thirsty, let's
missing
after this.
Sonic Edition.
Okay,
I
so
feel-
nobody's gonna know what this is. This game is called Tales and the Music Maker.
Tails
Okay?
and what?
That was in the what?
The Music Maker.
How the
Mm.
fuck is Sonic there?
Because this is technically a video game, but it's not what we picture video games, but it's what started this bullshit.
No.
Oh,
fucking
those
way.
things.
This was technically you would plug it in like this, like they have a lot of those kids things right now, but
Uh-huh.
it would go on the screen and you would see this and you would move the mouse around to have it do different things. And it was made by Genesis. It was called the Sega. It was made by Sega. It's called a Sega pickup, and it had Sonic. Sonic wasn't had like 5 of the main Sega games you would think of now,
Uh-huh.
which is so interesting because it's this fucking thing. You know, like trying to get infants or toddlers to play video games.
Mhm.
Sly. That's what I
So-
think it was.
So
Why do I
have a
want
fun-
that?
I know,
have a-
me too. And the book
looks-
opens up
Well,
like a book, and
You
get
are
to-
10.
and then you see it on the screen type of
Fuck
thing, and
you.
then you can interact with it.
Does Sega own Leapfrog? I'm curious.
I know, right? It's like,
Yeah, right.
did they secretly create fucking Leapfrog?
Exactly. They just have it under another name. It's not licensed to fucking
But-
Sega, but when you look at the contract,
When we talk about
it's-
video games, things like that, this is technically a video game, so name that game.
exactly.
And I can guarantee you, all of us being Hispanic, all of our grandparents would be like, "Oh, it's a Nintendo."
Yeah.
Nintendo.
They're all Nintendos.
Let me guess. This is the root of the Mario game.
This is
No.
Custer's
the-
Revenge.
No.
this is you know what this is, Danny?
This looks very familiar too, but no.
This is Kong. Fuck, what was it? Kong Bongo.
Oh
Congo
no.
Bongo. That's
Oh,
what it is,
no.
Congo Bongo.
Congo Bongo.
This was
I can
made
feel the band
in
Oingo Bongo.
This was
Fuck
made in
it.
1983. Right.
Yeah.
This was
By
done
Sega.
on this is by Sega. It was on Sega's first
No
ever.
shit.
It was on Sega's first ever console. This was the prettiest game. All most of them look like almost like most of the games that came out. So
Hmm.
like the ET game or things back in the day because again it was on 1983 Sega's first ever console. That was only in Japan and only in Japan
What?
at the time. This is the system. Does anybody know the system?
ColecoVision.
The Sega
This
1983.
this
No.
okay. So nobody knows the system. Danny, you don't know what it is.
No.
Okay, this is the SG-1000. This was the first. It's Sega's first console game because before this they were doing console.
So Sega
game
had
systems.
something before the Genesis?
Yes, Sega had a
Holy
few things,
shit.
and we're about to go on Sega history. Okay, so this was done
Yeah,
in
that's a
mostly in
theme.
this was done in mostly in Japan. It went over to Europe, and we're trying to. Sorry, this was done first in Europe, not Japan. This was first done in Europe, and was not big but decent in Europe. They tried to make it in Japan, and it completely fucking bombed in Japan.
Mm.
They didn't get it. They didn't know what was going on. It's like 2 years later. So they came out with this. Well, this game.
It's like columns.
Yeah. This is Sega Pit Pot, right? This game was made on this console.
What the fuck
What
is
the
this?
hell is that?
Joypad.
That's a graphics card. Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
This console was the answer for in Japan and Europe to the Sega, the SG-1000. It kind of bombed. They knew they had a because Nintendo and everything was getting big. Arcade games was getting really big. They wanted to get into that market, right? In Japan, this did pretty good. Did really well in Japan. This is called the Mark III, and we all kind of the Sega Mark III. It's, to me, the name I didn't recognize it, but it's what started them on the path they're at now. Okay, now they tried to bring this over to the US and it bombed in the US. Nobody gave a shit about it. They thought it was stupid. They already had Nintendo who gave a shit, you know, at the time. And even a video games player was a big thing because they knew they needed characters. And that was the biggest thing. They don't have characters that they can market off of. So
Mm.
they created another system that did pretty good in the US. Anybody know this game? This is a famous game, RPG game that a lot of people have heard the name, but probably never really played. This is Fantasy Star.
Holy
original-
shit.
The original
What?
Fantasy.
I was probably going to
Fantasy-
guess that. Yeah.
Yeah, the original Fantasy Star game was first made on this system.
Bro, it looks like there's two systems thrown together in two different controllers.
That's a boombox.
This is the Sega Master. The Sega Master System.
Yeah.
And the Master System was the first Genesis the console game that had Sonic and started promoting Sonic feel. Okay,
What the hell is Sonic Chaos? I just looked at the game.
But this the Sega Master came to the US and did really good. They have all of the big. They had a lot of huge RPG titles, big characters like this. Is like this did really really well in the US, and it didn't do that well in Japan. But this is the same system as this. They actually just remodeled it because they repackaged it. It's actually the same. If you even look at controllers and everything, it's actually the same. See, they just repackaged it and then brought characters like Sonic and things like that to the US. It came at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sega Genesis later on did it better with the 16-bit and blah blah blah. But this was the equivalent to Nintendo because then, or 8-bit, whatever. But Genesis was a much powerful system than Nintendo. The option for Nintendo was Super Nintendo, the Genesis later on.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the one that became huge in the US, and it's sad that you guys don't know this one. This is what actually made me first go on the journey. And I was like, well, they had. I actually was looking for this, and I couldn't find the name of it because I remember the type of it, and I found this. I'm like, wait, it's not the worst. And then I got into rabbit hole. So but that was funny. This is my favorite game. On this
Power
console.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I was
What's this-
right.
Of course, it's like Green
That's Green Ranger. It says it right there.
It says it right there,
Yes,
Green
but,
Ranger.
this is the only game playing on this console. Does anybody know what this is?
Oh jeez. Uh
It's Neo Geo? No.
You
No, I'm looking at the
fucking
three
kids are old.
colors.
Kids are young. Oh god, I thought you guys knew what this was.
Fuck.
That's not the Game Gear, is it?
Yes, sir.
That's the Game
it's
Gear?
Game Gear.
Yes,
That was the easy.
sir.
That's the second. The next one's even easier, but this was done after obviously Sega and well, no, Sega and Master Classic, all this shit was done. The funny aspect of this game is the technology in this and this are exactly the same,
Really?
except for the fact that it can play it on the screen. They had the built-in screen.
I
So
tell
they
you right now,
managed-
I had what? Sorry, I didn't have one of those. My father had one of those. That shit took 8 AA batteries,
Yes,
and it would die quick.
yes. I remember playing. I remember playing this on it at a school age or something. They remember that little school that's right in front of where I used to live. It was like an after school program, and a kid had it. I remember playing just the Power Ranger game and maybe the Sonic game, and Sonic kind of like always looks the same. But I specifically remember playing this, and at the time, Game Boy was huge, and this came in color, and Game Boy wasn't. Game Boy didn't come out in color for quite some time afterwards, even like a few years after this system, which is kind of like, you know. But it makes sense, like you said, is this shit would die in like a few hours. I
Mhm.
need tons of fucking
Wow.
batteries and just drain aggro batteries. And this is back in the day when you had to put batteries in and throw them in your freezer to refuck
Yeah.
to get a little bit of juice and put it back in. You kids don't know about that.
Is that real?
God.
That sounds extremely unsafe.
Yeah, it really was. And my mom
would-
still does it now.
Because the batteries
I
had
remember little
batteries-
Ziploc bags of batteries when I went to get ice, and I was like, "Let me get this away."
Yeah. Yeah.
the batteries, the older batteries. Then I don't know if the newer batteries did it, but the older batteries was done with acid inside of it, right? And it would
It's
actually
still
able,
definitely done now.
it would that instead of being an acid, most of it would be acid, but the ice or the water that would develop in the inside would basically connect to give you the charge. So it would act as if it had battery life, even though it only had a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
So like basically,
It was a
charging
conductor.
the ice. Yeah, it was a conductor, and
Yeah.
and it actually used to work really well until they defrosted, and then you had no more battery.
Mhm.
You had a
The
wet
thing I find
system.
the thing I find funny about that, it's like using the two when you don't have a sensor bar for the Wii, that you just use 2 lighters or like 2 candles, put them on, and then just like you use it. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was some shit.
It
So
also
this
is really
this-
ghetto, but also really effective.
This is my last game, and this is for Kevin.
House of the Dead. I think
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this looks like the Game Boy version of it.
This is the first. I know this is the quality of the picture, but this is the first House of the Dead game. I didn't get it into a deep dive on this game. It whether what came first, the chicken or the egg. But this was for this beautiful system,
Sega Saturn.
which
Sega
is very
Saturn!
With
underrated.
knights of all fucking things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this picture. It's a great picture. It shows everything, and it was a very underrated system that I think
It really
came out
was.
too soon, type of thing. It used the CDs. It's a lot of technology it had. Dreamcast was the last Sega console to come out after this, but I figured if I put a Dreamcast there, it would be too obvious.
Hmm
So I
Yeah.
wanted to put this one. It's more fun.
It
Um,
could have done without knights, though. To be quite honest,
I
just pointing
think
that
they
out
tried
there.
to remake that game too. It didn't go so
yeah,
well.
they did. I like
They
it.
did for the
Fun.
Wii. They had a
Look
a
pretty.
Knights game for the Wii, and then the same guy that made Knights actually came out with another game recently. That's Balan Wonderland.
Mm.
That's a fucking train wreck of a game.
Mm.
If you want something that's like
This is
archaic
trying to
as
be
shit,
like Knights.
something like that. It's like it's a really old. Okay, so it's as of recent years, but it has very old school platforming, old school mechanics, really shit music, and a confusing ass story. So it's just like Knights but grounded.
Mm.
Well, no,
I'm gonna
Knights had
put a
good music.
nights
Though.
that you
Knights
like
had good
float
music.
around and shit, and I don't know. I don't quite
It's-
remember Nights
it's-
Out, I think.
It
It's
tried to
just,
be 3D, but it was more like an on rails 2D
Yeah.
with 3D
Mhm.
aspects to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
instead of
sense.
it being like 2.5D.
It was,
like,
it was when
Dreamworks
it launched,
Quake.
and it was the free game that came inside with Sega Saturn.
Really?
Was it?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it
Shit.
was. There was everybody had that stupid Nights game, and it wasn't because you wanted to buy it; because it came with it. This was back in the day when a system actually came with a fucking game. I know this is
Do
unbelievable.
they do that now?
Yeah.
They do 10 demos now. You got 10 demo with it.
Because I'll like 100% honest. The last console that I remember coming with the game that like first one that comes to mind is the PS3 with Metal Gear 4.
Maybe
PS.
I could think-
Wait, what? PS3 came with Metal Gear 4?
Well, that
Yeah,
might
you
have
could
been.
you could buy not like immediately.
You mean
like
like
a
the-
base one,
like
but
a
you could buy like a
package?
bundle of it or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Like, do they
Yeah.
still do bundles and shit?
I did.
Yeah,
do.
I mean,
Yeah,
Danny just got the Halo bundle.
I got the Halo bundle.
Oh,
it came
this
with it came
was-
with digital Halo, and I got the Halo edition console.
But this
but
was just base Saturn with Knights.
Base Saturn came with
That's
Nights,
bad.
Yeah.
and a lot of the base like Nintendo came with Mario. Stuff like that. Some of the not some of them.
Back to the
Oh,
Mario
whatever you did.
conversation.
No, like Fallout 76 actually, they were because it did so bad, they actually started selling like some places you wouldn't have a choice, but they would kind of like give you Fallout 76 with the console.
Oh no.
Ooh.
So they would like strap it to it, and it's like, okay, you're gonna pay for the console, but you're getting this game for free, and it's like, damn, that's
damn it.
fucking rough.
Delete
Back
as
in
soon
the
as you
day-
turn on the
Back in
console.
the day, the big thing like when PlayStation 1 and 2 came out was demo disc. You would get
Oh,
a
with
disc that
PlayStation
had
Underground? Hell yeah.
No,
yeah,
no, like
PlayStation Underground.
no. Well,
Or you
yeah,
mean, like, with the
PlayStation
console
Underground
itself?
was the consoles came with a demo disc.
Oh.
Yeah, the
oh,
console
okay.
came
Yeah.
with a demo disc, so you had it and a bunch of games that were coming out. Which I think is a great.
Remember, I
It's
told you,
fun.
I think I mentioned to you guys like the PS1 came with a demo disc, and it had
The T-Rex.
it had the little T-Rex, like you could like see a
Not so
T-Rex
little
render.
T-Rex.
Well, yeah, you can kind of zoom in and out, but like yeah,
It looks kinda
you had
terrifying
a
even now.
T-Rex that was actually was terrifying at the time too. That shit scared the hell out of me.
No, I'm saying even now.
Because
like,
I
when I saw the video,
remember
was
when
like,
I
don't
played
like this.
I remember when I played Tomb Raider, that same T-Rex shows up in the game, and that was the first
You were
time I
already
saw something that
conditioned.
fucking big, and I was just like I did not want to do anything. But it came with that pre-rendered thing. It also came with a demo for Tobal #1, which was a fighting game. It was Jumping Flash, which was like a platformer, first person platformer. You know, the robot rabbit.
The rabbit thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That and it had a CGI cutscene for Tekken, for the first Tekken game.
Oh, where Nina had the giant eyebrows?
yeah.
I think so. All I remember was Paul, or no, sorry, not Paul, because either Paul or Kazuya, like you're punching the candle, like he punches the light out of the candle.
Kevin,
What's up?
is he right?
Yeah.
Was it Paul or
Yeah.
Kazuya?
Okay, there we go.
As you.
Yeah. So yeah, so it came with
You just
quite
wanted
a
to
few
be
things.
Paul,
I love it. All I'm gonna do. Paul traumatizes you now.
huh? Oh no, he doesn't. He just aggravates me. Every Paul player I see is on site.
It's like in Waterboy when he
Yeah.
sees everyone that makes fun of him, he sees your face on Paul instead.
Yeah.
So that was my.
All right, so that was Guess the Game. Thank you, Danny, for that, because that was a really nice
That wasn't
history
even Guess the
lesson.
Game. Every
That was a
single
history
one
lesson.
Yeah, every single one of Pantsla's Guardians like fucking things. It's always a history lesson. We need a title
Yeah.
card for him.
So again, this is one of these fucking things. Like anybody listen to the audio, join us on Twitch. You're missing out on that stuff because like that, like Danny's. I love Danny's presentations the most because
I
we
feel
always
like-
learn something from that.
If anything, keep like his Guess the Games in the thing so they can like hear it. If anything,
A lot of the guess the games that we do. It's really big issues, especially
Can't hear you.
as look at it.
yeah, you sound really weird.
It's up your ass, the microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, you sound better.
Yeah,
So
really
a
well.
lot of the guess the games that we've been
Really
doing
well.
have like 80% of the videos will all like just twiddling our fingers and just one up each other and get these crazy obscure games.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like hey, you've either seen most of the stuff I've played, or I can't really think of anything.
Well, I'm not trying to one up anybody. I don't know about anybody else. I'm always trying to genuinely pick something that's difficult to identify, but I know you guys have played it. That's what I try
Yeah,
to aim
but
for.
I'm it's not even just that is, and then at a certain point, there's gonna be something that we can do like
Yeah,
that aren't gonna be like super obvious. Like you start putting a fucking Zelda Mario, people are like, stop it.
yeah.
Um,
But I mean,
the
people are.
audios, but when it comes to pitching, but the audios, you can obviously do it with the audios
Yeah,
to trick,
yeah,
not trick, but like really have make you think.
yeah.
Mhm.
But in my case, like I said, I know there's a lot of old consoles out there that are,
But
you know,
it's
that
it's
is
still
you
hard.
guys need to know your history on these consoles, what you play.
It's
Like I
still
think you
hard
should.
to put I guess the game with pictures in the audio format because we're going to be talking about, let's say for example, the consoles that you showed us. Like you were going to be looking at these consoles and commenting on it, and then we have no idea, and the listeners are going to have no idea what we're commenting on. So it's just like
No,
it's kind of
I
iffy.
agree. Leave it out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
But if anybody objects to that, anybody who listens to it, send a comment, send an email, let me know if you guys still want it in there or not. We'll see how that is.
Just
But
types profusely angry, like,
yeah, right.
I want you to put it in the video because I want to see what he's talking about.
You want to see what he's talking about. Think about that.
No, that's what they're gonna say.
Yeah,
No,
right.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Okay,
Yeah.
I believe you.
Come watch the Twitch. We're always live Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Always. So that's it. Anybody else got any final thoughts before we start heading out?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. Boneless Bones, you got your stream going, right?
No, I don't.
You
Till I
don't
get
have your
this
stream.
fucking
That's right. Yeah.
information.
That's right. So Boneless Bones has internet problems at the moment. So yeah, so no
Yeah.
streaming for him. But you do have a channel regardless, all right?
I do. I have a YouTube, Bonus Bones, I was about to say TV. Bonus Bones on YouTube.com. You can go there, watch some videos. I should be doing a thank you video, editing. I can at least edit, right?
Yeah,
You
right.
don't need to edit. I'm gonna do that and somehow try to get the video posted by the end of this year so that everybody can see it. And I'm gonna try my best, fingers crossed, to try to play Dragon Ball Saturday because I'm supposed to be doing a tournament, which is also my
Take a
birthday.
shot.
So
Mm.
I know I have to,
Okay.
yeah, take a shot. But I'm supposed to be in a tournament Saturday, so
Okay.
it's my first online, and I'm excited. So hopefully I can do that.
Didn't you do a Dragon Ball tournament not too long ago?
Yeah, it was live, but
You posted it on Facebook, right? I saw you post up the whatever the cafe, whatever place that you were at.
Yeah, HOC, which is in Manhattan. It's a nice event. It's like a hotel, and then in the lobby they have like a whole
Yeah.
setup for like Dragon Ball. It's fucking insane.
It
Mm.
was just Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball and
It was Dragon Ball, Street Fighter 5, and Guilty Gear. They said if they want anybody else like in any other community that they need more people to make like more people to be willing to play the game to have it in the event. Like so there was no Tekken.
Tekken?
There's no Tekken. Sadly, I was like, I swear to God, I'm gonna hit you with these unblockable. These
Kevin is picturing nothing but Danny's in every match.
Yeah, everything. Like he's playing. He's
Don't
playing.
do that. Then you'll
Cole.
lose. Don't do that. Then you'll lose because you'll get too shook.
Nah, I don't get shook when I play you. I just get agitated, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna change my agitation to focus.
That's why I
But,
stopped. That's
yeah.
why I stopped playing Danny when fighting games.
Oh, nah. He elevates you.
Not me. I got worse.
as he kicks the shit out of you, he's like, do better. Do better.
The thing is vice versa. Like I can play a fucking Jin. Now I fight when I fight Jins, I beat 90% of them now because I've played you so much. So I know a lot of the setups that they do, and I already see it coming because you set them up much nicer than what they do.
Yeah,
So it's like, that's that basic bullshit setup. Got it done. Next.
They do the bread and butter like hell sweep, and then you see the slow ass hell sweep, and you just like, I'm gonna low parry, and then I'm a demon fist you, and then the second one I'm gonna do a combo, and I'm like, do you run
Now
up
I
and
got
grab
that when you do that fucking that little jick jive move, when you like dance first before you do the low or the mid, I know I can fucking hit you with my hook.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like,
but it's funny. I learned how to do that little dance and then parry right after. It's my favorite thing to do. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, but it saves my life. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm twitch.tv _
I'm gonna be stuck on.
Boneless Bones and Scroll TV. That's Twitch.
Right.
See you guys
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
next one.
yeah.
I'm gonna be stuck on Final Fantasy for a while, but I do want to do a video with you on your
On Tekken?
so
Yeah.
yeah,
Tekken?
Tekken. So
Gotcha.
just showing us playing because again, it's not just you playing and it's me and you going back and forth,
Yeah.
and we helping each other out. Oh fuck you or I keep doing the punch punch and then I do the hot kicks afterwards. You need to watch out for that, or you should stop doing those hot kicks out of nowhere. You know,
Mhm.
I keep catching you. Like we actually talk each other through and tell him what my
Yeah.
plan is this way.
You know,
You know, so that we, you know, when he plays a Paul player, he got it down packed and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, it's my favorite thing to watch Dan do to me, and it's the most it's like the most disheartening thing, and this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about in Tekken. When he just runs up to you and does the fucking grab that
Right.
sends you half screen. I'm like, I fucking hate you. Like it's
Is
every time I get here, like I fucking hate you.
There's a lot of players that start off like you, like they just back up every time, and I do that to them every single fucking time, and then they stop. Because if I can make you press buttons in the beginning, I can hit you. You know, that's my motto. That makes you press buttons.
Yeah.
I can never break that shit.
Well, if anybody listening, yeah, you probably benefit. If you're into fighting games, you probably benefit a lot and learn a lot if you watch Danny and Boneless play. So check that out.
And again, we're not the best. We're not top tier at all. But you can see the logic between two good Tekken players,
Yeah.
more passion between it, and I think that's what's that's the fun part about it.
The
You know,
thing
and
that,
I can go with any fighting game type of thing, like just the way you work with each other to go. Okay, this is what you need to do to get better. This is what I need to do to get better. You know,
I like that every time I play sober, it's more like a you would rarely see us do the same thing. And then when we bring it out, it's like the last, like I would say 10 matches we're playing. That's when we start bringing the bullshit up. Like
yeah.
the random cans, the double demon fist.
Or the fucking what's that charge up unblockable demon
Yeah,
fist?
yeah, the fucking
Right in
unblockable.
front of you, you staring at me like,
I'm
oh,
just
you
like,
can just hit me with that.
like, you gonna hit me with that?
But now I got my Lydia up, so we can. You know, I want to practice my Lydia. I actually been doing pretty good with my Lydia. So, and I know you have a few other ones as well, so that we can go back and forth again. It's probably been a few weeks. I'll be on Final Fantasy, and I have vacation coming up. Oh, by the way, guys, I won't be on for the podcast. Sadly,
2
you're gonna
weeks,
miss
right?
me for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
I'll be on vacation. So my flight leaves on Thursday, and it's a 5-hour flight, and it comes back on Thursday, and it's a 5-hour flight. So
Yeah.
I might be able to do it that
night.
the second day at
Yeah.
night, but I don't know how time gonna be. That's why I
We'll see.
decided it might be
It's
2 weeks off,
understandable.
so we'll see how I feel. You know,
Yeah.
especially with the kids.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So that's it. Yeah. So we'll see Randy and Kevin on the next episode. So we'll have it next week. Don't forget that we stream every Thursday on Twitch, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys want to check the audio version of the podcast, we'll post it up about a day or two later on Google, Spotify, Apple, lots of other podcasting services, as well as YouTube for all the links. Check out thedrunkenguardian.com for all the links, as well as the Coalition website for game reviews and TV show and movie reviews as well. The Drunken Guardian by Randy Ragnarok, Boneless Bones,
Bye.
Sober Guardian. We'll see you guys next
Peace.
week.